Good morning. Good morning. When we go live, it takes time for people to tune in. It's kind of dark out here. So Fabian and Delesio here. All right. So standing by. Yes, I kind of have the what do you call that feeling that sometimes when people start trying to tune in with me going on live, that it takes a few minutes, or a couple minutes to tune in and to listen to, topic as to what I'm going to be addressing. Yeah. So I got some, couple people tuning in right now, and let's just wait for a few seconds, no? While everyone is trying to tuning in, and it's a kind of a pressing issue that I would like to share. It's with me. It's 3:36 in the morning, and wow, it's a very hot topic here in Saipan regarding Article 12. Ah, what's in the issue again, Article 12? But you know. It is a hot topic here in Saipan. Everybody has different perspective as to why we have to preserve it or why we have to kill it. About Article 12 land alienation that pertaining to the indigenous. Not just the indigenous, but in terms of Northern Marianas descent, no? Both of the Carolinian and the Chamorro blot that is, having the rights to own land here, but not of the non-NMDs. So, yeah. Glenn Munya, good morning, sir. Yes, Glenn Munya. Is this the Glenn Munya that was the commissioner? Yes. Good morning, sir. Glenn Munya. Yeah, either you're my uncle or you're my primo because I'm Munya myself. So it look like everybody is tuning in. It's hard, sometimes it's hard to, but this is a hot topic, very hot topic as far as Article 12. Either to do away with it or preserve it. No, so you can make your own comment down there, but you know. Wow, Article 12. There's a lot of controversial, issue on this one. A lot of them is against Article 12. They just want to kill it, and they're making sense. They make sense, and it sometimes it's just like overwhelm me as to, wow, am I not seeing? Am I not seeing something that I want to preserve our own indigenous land here in Saipan, or other people see and I don't, or I'm seeing it and other people don't see it, vice versa. Yeah, so 3:39 a.m. here in Saipan, and I see Miss Vidat video. Good morning, Prima. Melinda Munya, good morning. Glenn Munya, Prim. He call me Prim, so I think probably when I see just Munya, it's like you're my uncle or you're my auntie. But yeah, we can settle for no uncle or Prim, whatever. Maybe because I got this grace, we're going to call each other Prim. But that's people are tuning in. People are tuning in, and I'm happy that we're all new here, and maybe you can comment and I can read your comment. That's the only way we can communicate. But I want to express my deep concern as to how people view this Article 12 in terms of their rights to somehow sell their own land. And yes. Why one would somehow feel strongly that such rightfulness is very, very important, and that's a very how do I say? I got it. I got it. Why would you? Why would one here in the Cnmi, the Marianas Island, should decide or should no expect the government of the people? Let's make it straight. No, it's the government of the people, not the government of the communist country, under the American flag now. Because we used to be under the Spanish conqueror, not a Spanish administration, as if it was like they're administering Saipan in a manner like America, no, or German. It's not like America, or under the Japanese administration, not like America, where we're all been oppressed by such administration. Now we are in America, no. Because we're under this American government that we are fortunate to somehow sit and agreed upon. America, yeah, America. I served 26 years under the America, so I have a different some perspective as to the rightfulness of one's rights under the freedom we all have, because we negotiate with America, and now we have a lot of freedom under the negotiation. Wow. So I should be the one speaking of all the freedom that I should have, rightfulness of whatever decision I make under the government, or this government of the Northern Marianas flag, under the covenant with the United States, no? So let's keep it simple as to our rightfulness as we exercise that right under the flag of the United States of America, and in agreement with the Commonwealth of the Northern Marianas Island, the Carolinian and the Chamorro negotiation as to how we protected our rights, and in the agreement with the United States under the federal government, no? So I have to really think hard on this, because people are making, some sense as to their rightfulness to be the rightful person of making decision how to go about disposing their land, meaning to be the person to decide the fate of their land. No, they said, I wanna be able to be the rightful person to sell my land. Yeah. So that's a very challenging, but somehow you should exercise your rightfulness is wow. So we have to look at the agreement between the United States of America and the people of the Northern Marianas here in Saipan, that is very unique, no? And remember, it is the America that is protecting the NMD, not the non-NMD, that agreed together, no, that this such a island here in the Pacific Ocean that was been somehow 4,000 years ago came ashore tomorrow. Yeah. And through many invaders or people that of a different country came ashore, that we've been somehow oppressed, no? Taking over our land, and now we got it back through some negotiation that our new NMDs, Northern Marianas States, Chamorro Carolinian, have negotiated with America, with the United Nations, no? That yes, we want to be part of America, that with the agreement that even America itself is allowing us, not the fact that after 25 years. So that we have to make that decision, but yet we want to be protected or agreed that the NMD should be protected, no? So, like I said, this is a very challenging. And what challenges me more was an individual in Rhoda have expressed rightfulness, during the public hearing, no? That it challenged me to think that no, such an individual, which is I respect his right to say an example, right? That no, how would we respond to an individual? How do we respond to an individual who is born on Saipan of a non-NMD? Okay, so a non-NMD is born here in Saipan. He joined the military. And this is very challenging to me. Because it kind of like challenged my thoughts as to, wow, it's an NMD, a non-NMD, no, of another nationality, of course, because, that person is born on Saipan. So that somehow kind of stunned my thought that you're born in Saipan, Tinian, Rota, no? Northern Marianas Island, Commonwealth of Northern Marianas Island. So, wow, it's only 3:48 in the morning. And this thing is just like bothering me, like, oh, okay, you're born in Saipan. You're a U.S. citizen. You volunteered to go and join the military, just like me. I joined the military, and I joined the military, volunteer as such a patriotism, under the American flag. So he went and joined the military, came back to Saipan, and such a non-NMD still can own land under the Article 12. So it really kind of make. So that was been a very challenging thought that yes, one born on the island, joined the military, and somehow the American flag has to somehow give him that right and protect how should we as the NMDs have to somehow deal with that? Because this whole thing, somehow has to do with the American freedom, the American rightfulness, and everything is American. Wow. Anybody got a comment on that? That NMD, non-NMD is born on Saipan, become a U.S. citizen, of course, because you're born in Saipan, regardless of your nationality, There's a whole range of list of them. They joined the United States military like myself, and I'm NMD, so he's non-NMD and NMD. And then he went and joined the military after 20 years or so, 25 years. He came back to Saipan and wants Saipan to be the final home because he served his country. Yeah. I'm just kind of refraining a little bit. My thoughts as to, fatalos in the issue. Yeah. So sometimes, the framers of the people of the Marianas is, I think, very good negotiation as to the preservation of the NMDs, the people that came ashore 4,000 years ago that wants to protect their own through bloodline or through whatever lineage. So that was the negotiation. Regardless of the fact that you are born on my land, For example, now I'm trying to make it simple. My land. You are born on my land. That you want to somehow go and join the United States of America. And that when you join the United States of America, no military to serve under that flag, that you're going to come back to my land, because that's where the American and I negotiated of my land, to that America honor my negotiation with me of my land, because we all agree upon that. So this is all our land as a common wealth, were a common Chamorro and Carolinian back then, of the Northern Marianas descent. No? So you're following me, no? That this is our land. So this is our land, we negotiated. Now, if that's really the case, and America wants to just break off, they did damage enough to think otherwise than the American government, I feel sometimes, have imposed rightfulness of voting rights, that creep on to our negotiation and my rights of my land, and somehow America betrayed the negotiation through the voting rights of a non-NMD to have a say as to the fate of my land as a as an NMD. No, that's not as an NMD. So that's already concerning me of that non-NMD's rightfulness of the right to vote against what we've negotiated. No, so that thing comes on the table. That even our own elected leaders who are somehow tossing this out on the table, that how we should decide to abolish or to keep Article 12, or to preserve Article 12, land alienation that's pertaining to the rightfulness of only of the NMD to own land here in Saipan. So I don't want to get this so confusing. No, I don't want it to be. I want it to be just as basic as possible. And so are you trying? Where are you heading with this in the lesson? Okay. So someone of the non-NMD, and if you're non-NMD, of course you've came here through some either work arrangement or whatever arrangement, business arrangement, religious arrangement, or where you came ashore on my land. The reason why I said I'm on my land, because I want to make it very simple, no? Because I'm an NMD. No? So you came ashore of both parents that came ashore on my land for whatever reason. And, that's okay. Then a child is born on my land. And in the negotiation with me and America, that such a non-NMD born on my land has to use that right of America. That even America is protecting my rights, but somehow somebody gonna claim certain rights using American form of liberty, justice, you name it. That somehow somebody has that right now under the American flag of that freedom and that concept and principles and everything that America, that is enough, that America already imposes such a rightfulness on individual Davis versus the Commonwealth of the Northern Marianas Island, that such a non-NMD has some says on my land. So if you're born under America, under this soyo that is, yes, under the U.S. Soyo, under U.S. American flag, but let's be mindful of the negotiation between America and I under my flag, under my land, under the fact that my ancestry have came ashore 4,000 years ago in of an amnesty, with also 200 years ago in joint union with the Carolinian descendant. That is all agreed upon, that this is through only through the blood lineage or blood quantum or whatever blood, has nothing to do with non-NMD, that we're protecting the land. It's a special rights, for God's sake. So, our own people, that this has to do with a collective body of NMD, that, couple of them decided that they are so blinded to say just, this has to something to do under the side of the American flag, not the side of the NMD rights, but the flag of the United States, that now somehow we have gained our right back after 4,000 years ago under the negotiation with the American flag with the United Nations. So it's a very unique rights that we are been somehow negotiating with the American flag, United States, to say that this is all about the lineage, not about personal right under the American flag. Oh, I hope I'm making sense why Article 12 should not be abolished to protect us of that has something to do with blood lineage, not has to do with killing Article 12 because of American. It's like you're tearing apart what American respect. That respect that we are sat on the table, negotiated, that such rightfulness based on the first Chamorro that settled this land 4,000 years ago is now we're protecting it. So now you're saying that just because somebody's born on my land, being born on this land has nothing to do with 4,000 years ago. Chamorro people came ashore and found this land that belongs to them, that becomes the lineage. So the Chamorro just all of a sudden was on this island 4,000 years ago and was born on this land, and because they're born on this land, that's become their rightfulness. No, it has something to do with who came 4,000 years ago and claimed these islands of the Marianas Island, no? And leave the land, leave the ocean. Of course, there's no airplane, so they can't go above that, but still, no? Oh, wow, man, the land, sea, and air, you name it. That's what it's all about, is the claiming of land back to the people who originally, the vast ocean, through all the brutal of the Pacific Ocean that came ashore, on Guam, Rhoda, Tinian, and Saipan, and the Northern Island, no. So it's about that the ancient Chamorro claimed this land not because of true birth, but through through the the settlement of life here, with coming with their canoes, or the proa or Sagman Chamorro and so forth. So that's just the part that's making sense. So now, what do we do with people that are born on the U.S. soil of non-NMD, that the United States of America, because of that patriotism? And so maybe I should suggest that upon retirement, that America no, should give him a free no, land and free land of their great country, that they have so much land. And I don't think anyone would deny that, give him a mansion. Give him a big land with big acres of land with horses, and honor this person who served the United States of America, because America, after all, is the one. Well, for me, I'm gonna say, because I serve America. Like what? 26 years ago, or 26 years I served America. So maybe whoever somehow is gonna use the American flag as some form of claimant of rights of this land. That I'm born in Saipan, of another descendant who never knew a part of the journey to Ceru, Saipan 4,000 years ago. So I'm just oblivious. No, I was born in Saipan. I joined the military. And that makes me a rightful to return back to Saipan, because I want Saipan to be my home. I don't know. What does that has to do, with the blood quantum, the blood this and blood that, about in connection with 4,000 years ago? I'm sorry that, you're born in Saipan, you went and joined the American flag military that we are under, that in negotiation of special agreement to preserve my right, or to agree that such a right, it belongs to this land, belongs to the ancestry, and has nothing to do with the fact that one is born here of non-NMD. So the protection and preservation of this land through lineage is just as sacred to preserve one's rightfulness who settled the land 4,000 years ago. It's like, in the lesson, you better do a good job to make sense of what is right for all of us, more than what is rightfulness of non-NMD under the American flag. That we have a special negotiation, covenant, and so forth. No? How much more can that make sense? More than this Rhoda guy who came and just screamed, I have the right, I have the right, I have the right, my right this, my right that, and let's open the my rights to the open market. That if I, so they're coming back like, no, you have the right also to not either to lease it out or to sell it, but those rights are the American form of rights, the principle to it. How many countries, it's raining in Saipan, for all of you guys in America. Yeah, it's raining, it's beautiful. Island. So, if you are NMD and living among all the NMDs, and applying your American rights and principle, because we decided to live under the American flag, and you are enjoying it, but yet you want to extend those rights, to kill the preservation of our land, so that this whole thing is about blood, lineage, regardless of where you were born. That some of my children were born in Utah, coming back here and have pretty much rights of my land to preserve that land. They're born in America too. They're, some people were born probably in Germany and every other country. And with that special negotiation and agreement between me and the United States that protected my lineage, it has something to do with blood. Not because you're born on my land, not because you joined the United States of America, that somehow that person have rights under the American flag that in special negotiation with. Has nothing to do with that. That's how I see this. And I hope I'm making sense, because it really is challenging me of that idea that, yeah, it's easily to somehow no, take that in consideration of that freedom of rights of this, of what you want to do with your land under the American principle of your rightfulness. As if somehow this has nothing to do with blood and guts of those ancestries we have 4,000 years ago. So they were not just born on Saipan, they came on shore through many, many new challenges out there in the open ocean of the Pacific that some died along the way as, you know, they voyaged the ocean to come ashore 4,000 years ago. So they weren't just they were such Chamorro, I don't know, how do you make it like God put Chamorro on the island and was born? Was born like a God put as a Chamorro on the island of Saipan 4,000 years ago without any effort of voyaging or things like that. And so that's what you're saying. That's because one is born on Saipan, that somehow he went and joined the United States of America, a military like me. It's not no Commonwealth of the Northern Marianas, no military, U.S. Okay, under Cnmi Army. Cnmi Army. You serve under the Cnmi Army, not National Guard or United States National Guard or whatever. It's just you serve the Army of Saipan or the Northern Marianas Island. That's good. That's a very thing. And that would be a little bit more confusing, no? Because you're serving under the flag of Cnmi or whatever, the Saipan. Let's just put it that simple. You serve under the, and we somehow should have an army here. No, I don't think we're gonna have an army here of our own, other than National Guard, but still that belongs to the United States. Even if we have control over the funding and the management of it, that is still the funding comes from the United States of America. Should we have a National Guard here? So this is this guy who said, what are we gonna do with someone born on Saipan who wants to make Saipan their home, went and joined American Army and come back after serving? So we're supposed to somehow take that in consideration, disregarding the negotiation between us and the United States of America, and somehow give him just land because he wants to make Saipan a home. So now until somehow I'm gonna decide that somehow the negotiation with me and America that only NMD should own land here that has something to do with blood quantum from 4,000 years ago that came ashore. I'm not convinced yet that such a special agreement to preserve the rightfulness of those who came ashore 4,000 years ago should be somehow abolished. So it's America that's protecting us in line with that agreement, and yet America already stepped in form of their somehow principle of the Constitution rights of votes, and we're somehow under the American flag, and people have some say of what do you call that? My rights. But pulling back a little bit, saying that yes, right now as we speak, that our leaders, political leaders here in Saipan are pretty much of NMDs that are initiating this idea to put this on the initiative for referendum on 2022, that should it passes among our elected leaders, and not all of them are NMD only, but there's a few that are, or at least at probe, that is non-NMD that is against it anyway. So it's gonna start with our own people having to initiate it, to put it on the, that's why it's our initiative to put it on the ballot in 2022. Kind of going through the back door, creeping up on my rights and our negotiation to somehow the rightfulness of one United States citizen all across, from NMD to non-NMD, to use that new form of new constitutional rights of to vote, not to be discriminated. It's like an ambush, an ambush in the military. It's an ambush, no? That's an ambush. Because how do we ambush America to have the right to vote for president of the United States? Because somehow we're still treated as second class. And then when you line to put on the table my U.S. passport and those that lives in America, that you cannot see any differences of that I should not vote for president of the United States because I'm somehow living down here in Marianas and I'm a second class, but yet everybody, all the non-NMD is going to be first class to vote, have the right to vote under the American flag Constitution. No? So that's a good punch. So if the non-NMD born on Saipan went to serve the American military and come back to Saipan to make Saipan their home, I think America is doing a good job already, giving you the right to somehow vote on behalf of the American rightfulness on my land. So you're kind of one step up, and some of our people that I said enemy within, who doesn't know itamona lalamin mindset, that somehow is got this concept of only to one side, no, that he's more exercising as an NMD, exercising his right under the American flag, not under the preservation of our own rights, as a Chamorro, Carolinian, who has partake in the settlement of this land. So I think I'm kind of forgetting something to say, but those if you're so rightfulness Saipan as a non-NMD, that has nothing to do with blood lineage, and then on our own people exercising their American rights, that enough is enough, that you got all these things all twisted, and so in line with that, many people like scream out, so what happened to Guam, what happened to Hawaii? Yes, those are good examples, but but as much as that's a good example, there are many countries that somehow the government is preserving their own rights. That the biggest can somebody put down an example of country that so rightfulness that no answer was about it? I know we're not communist country, thank God, and we're still United States, and United States is in political union, political agreement, covenant, and you name it, have accepted that and yet is already ambush us on the rightfulness of non-NMD to partake in the voting of such rights that America is protected. I mean, agree, not just protected, but agree and should protect it. But it just turn away against us on that punch. So there's other country in the near area that somehow the government is very well intact. That such a native of those land cannot even step forward on their chief. Maybe I have the right to say my land is my land, it's my private land. Like, you out of your mind? One person exercising their rightfulness under the American flag is I respect, but kind of like wipe your your eyeglass first and see more beyond that than just seeing American flag and somehow no that American flag that you saw no. I'm not against American flag. I served for 26 years, but I want to make sure that it's clear that even that flag, as much as it's protected, that you're forgetting the negotiation between America and the Marianas and the people. Where do you get that no turn on of your rights? That even me, I serve under the United States of America, that I look at it in a different perspective. As far as America should somehow continue on that agreement. What is this? Hey, Ray! Ray! Good morning, sir. Good morning. There's a loophole that I address the direction of Board of Election. And I'm forced to condone racial discrimination upon people. Yeah. Racial discrimination. I don't know. I'm kind of sensitive on that part. But I don't, yeah. I have a different perspective on how to ensure that the preservation of our 4,000 years ago family, lineage, blood has been preserved not because of birth on this land that belongs to those who came ashore, no? So I'll just keep it simple, and there is a problem in our voting process. I'm mindful for that, no, Primo. So, yeah, we just got ambushed with that. Anyway, that's pretty much what I want to address to all of you listeners, that I'm only speaking for myself, not on behalf of the entire NMDs that also have their own rightfulness of expressing their thoughts, freedom of speech, as I'm exercising my own rights. But it's a very controversial, and I'm not saying that I'm mindful and open to other perspective of people and their thoughts. Because it's, the bottom line is this freedom to express our thoughts, but has nothing to do with the rightfulness or to somehow break away from those covenant that the land alienation of Article 12 Constitution. Okay, so with that, thank you very much. It's 4:20 here, and I don't want to somehow continue on sharing my thoughts, because I don't want to somehow, as I try to somehow try to make it as smooth and brief as much as possible without continuing sharing the power of the mind to reason, to ration. That's really important, to make sure that these challenges and a controversial issue should be so sound, and that's what I'm trying to express in our 4,000 of years, that none of these tomorrow chiefs, they didn't go to college, they didn't go to education or what. It is their thoughts, their wisdom, and most of it the common sense as to how to lead their people in a more survival and safe way here on our island as we lived the 4,000 years ago. Okay, so with that, so yes, Ray, we can talk offline. You can call me, my brother, and I want to see also your thoughts. We're kind of probably in line, but in some cases, I like you to I'm willing to listen to you, no, Chelo, and also, no, connect, no? Connect. Thank you. This is Marcy, everyone, and adios. Fabian in the Laser here in Saipan. It's still 4:22. It's still early, and I'll probably come back online again to just kind of everybody take a break. I love you all, everybody. This is Marcy for listening, tuning in, and please put down your comments so I can recalibrate my thoughts on this issue. This is Marcy. Adios. Saipan.